Hello and welcome to episode 74 of my Terraria Calamity mod playthrough. So we got some more crafting to do today and a little bit more gathering. We need to kill Yharon at least once more. But before that we do need to work on some upgrades. But before that as well, there's one thing we've actually forgot to craft that we've been able to craft for a little while. It's a light pet that we have been collecting things for a long time. He says now unable to figure out why he can't craft it. Ah, that's why we didn't craft it. Daedrin's Forge. In spite of the fact that we have everything we need to, we don't have the necessary crafting station. I probably figured that out at the time and just forgot about it, having checked all the inventories to see, oh look, we can actually craft this, we have the materials. No, that's not how that works. Okay, right. Instead, everything in here is what we're going to try to craft before we have to fight the boss again. We've got ourselves a nice stack of 2,500. We have allocated some of these fragments to other things, so if we need more for this initial chest, we can grab them from there. Let's start crafting. 70 is how many we have. Again, we can get another bunch. I think we have 8 more of those soul fragments. So first things first, we want all of this. This is primary priority. That also means that we remove our wings, and we are going to replace them with the Dark Sun Ring, just because of its general survivability bonuses and the fact that it's damage increase and it gives us 2 extra minion slots. So it is a very, very nice thing to have. Okay. We are missing something for the feet. Ah, yes, flying carpet. These do say they have the flying carpet effect. Or magic carpet effect. Allows the owner to float for a few seconds. Is that craftable? It is craftable, because I don't think we have it. If we have it, it's in here. Nope. Okay, in which case, what do we need? Silk. 10 of. Mandibles. 2 of. I think, yep, that's a pearl. Oh, we're out of them. These are dropped from Desert Scourge. Well, it's about to have a very, very bad day. I'm not even going to put any armour on. We do actually have enough stuff to get all 5 out. Okay. Which one is it? It's this, isn't it? Rages outside of the desert. I mean, strictly speaking, it doesn't matter where we summon it. It's gonna basically instantly die. And there it goes. This is where the bits are. Where did it drop my loot? Oh, that's where all of it spawned. Okay, we need to throw away this. Actually no, we just put the bag in there, didn't we? We actually want to open that. There they are. That can go into here. And we throw these away. What are duplicates? Well, not. Oh! It has taken us one hell of a long time, but we finally got it. This is dropped by basically every single boss. Or at least some variation of it is dropped by every single boss. Yep, no, the same one is. Thanks to the entire team for everyone who supported and those who all play the mod and keep it alive. The confines of this painting is not enough to fit the entire team. Hold shift to see a list of past and current developers. Interesting that it will drop now, but fair enough. Okay, so potions. I don't know which of these we actually already have. Scourge of the Deserts we've got. Brittle Star Staff we definitely already got. We can put the wings away. We can put these away. We already have one of those. And we do have one of those, so we can just sell all of that. Oops. All very well telling her that I want to sell stuff if I don't actually sell the stuff. If we nip over to here, then we should just be able to push that to get rid of those 2 potions. Head back over here. This potion goes in there. Okay. 1 magic carpet. There are the boots. Auric helmet. Auric boots. Auric chest piece. Upgrade serve treads. Now we have the effect of all 3 pieces of armour. Summoner, Terragon, Bloodflare and Sylvia armour effects. Maximum speed and acceleration speed by 5%, 6 minions, 75% increase to minion damage. The head gives an additional 15% summon damage. Our defense has gone up by about 20. Just shy of 20. Body piece gives us increased damage, increased critical strike, and more life. We now have 700 life. This gives us increased movement speed, damage, and critical strike. And the magic carpet effect. Which works by holding down and pressing jump. Can't see any reason why we'd want to use that. Let's get the serve tread. Actually, no, we'll worry about upgrading the treads later. For now, we'll just equip them. We keep our nice little fairy wings because of these. I think otherwise, yeah, we will get those wings. So we have lost flight time, but these should, in theory, have just as much flight speed and ground movement speed and allow us to dash. Which is good. This is what we want. I think I'm going to keep these elementals for stubbornness reasons until we've killed all the bosses. Or at the very least until we can craft the thing that uses all of these. And then I think that will replace them. But for the time being, despite the fact that collectively they only add 1,000 extra damage, it's 1,000 extra damage plus her healing. And her healing is the thing that I'm more concerned about at the moment. Let's put these boots away in here. And see what else we can craft from this chest. The main thing we want is this. But we also have these that we definitely want to craft. And then there are 3 rogue weapons. So the first thing in here is the new summoner weapon. We'll see whether or not that's useful. The next thing is the quantum cooling cell. And then the altar of the accursed. These are the 2 items we need to summon the final 2 bosses. And then we have 3 rogue weapons. We are slightly short on our ability to craft more, so we're going to have to borrow one of these. And then we can craft all 3 rogue weapons. Or not, we miscalculated. We need 2 of those. Okay, let's put this away for now. That remains temporary. I don't think plonking these down immediately summons the bosses. So we will attach these things to their rightful places now. So we're going to drop this one here. Nope. Alright, yeah, I think we have to do it this way. There we go. My concern about this is, all I know is it allows me to summon the Exo bosses. That's how they are summoned. Use a fully powered code breaker to contact Daedrin. That's all we know. So I assume we have to use it, and I assume that means it would summon the bosses on top of us. I'm not sure whether that's the actual case, but that is the assumption that we are going to work on. As for this, because again it's another boss summon item, I'm going to pop this here, and when we are ready to face Calamitous, this is the thing that we use. Right, we have a handful of new weapons. It is time we tested them, but in order to fairly test the summon weapon, we do need to go get our alternate summon sets. Because this set now has 2 additional things that are going to cause damage. It has the healing aura and the little crystal above us. Okay. Oh, before we continue, for fair testing, we do need to upgrade. And if we are here to upgrade, we may as well make sure this is Warden. And then this is Ruthless. And then these are all Flawless. Go get our money back, and now we can test them. I think I can just push that button. Yeah. Okay. So, summons a UFO that vaporizes enemies. Only costs 1 summon slot. So, we're going to test it against 4 summons. We better give them a 5th, because otherwise the dragons are better than these. I think some of their bullets might be missing. They may actually be do more damage against the larger targets. What we need in this mod pack is a boss-sized training dummy. Because that would allow a more accurate testing against an actual boss. But yeah, just as they are, this is not doing significant enough damage to be worth swapping out for anything. I even think this is in theory faster. I actually looked up the weapon guide for Yharon, Dragon of Rebirth. And this weapon, or this particular minion, isn't recommended because it is not believed it will be able to keep up with Yharon. I strongly disagree with that assertion. This thing is fast. I reckon the actual guides are probably horrendously out of date, because it doesn't even mention the other two summons that we have, which are far better, both in terms of their raw damage and this one, the Mirror of Calaran, or Kalandar. This one, basically, the attacks are instant. These have no issue in terms of speed or anything along those lines, so I think that the guide is just out of date and it doesn't know about most of these newer stuff. Which is fine, but yeah. Unfortunately, the Midnight Sun Beacon just is not good enough. Like so many other of these new summons, they're just not able to beat the King of the Constellation for just raw output of damage. And the mirrors. I think this is probably going to get a nerf. This does seem to be excessively strong. So I'll be surprised if this doesn't get a nerf at some point, but yeah. We can only work with what we have. Right, next up. Dynamite Pursuer. Throws a calculated processing disc that fires electricity at enemies. Stealth Strike allows the disc to ricochet to other targets, fire lasers, and unleash an explosion. If the disc cannot find a new target to ricochet to, it will pursue the original target instead. It is not charged. I did not think that this would actually need charging, because while it is an upgrade of a Daedric weapon, it's not an actual Daedric weapon as such, in terms of we don't need a schematic to craft it. We'll do this one instead. Fires a frying pan at high velocity. Enemies hit summon fireballs that linger around the target. Landing 3 consecutive hits will launch a golden pan at the next throw. Golden pan causes all fireballs to aggressively home in on their target on hit. Stealth Strike acts similarly to the golden pan, but also explodes into golden sparks. Stealth Strikes also summon additional fireballs on hit. Damage is rather consistent. We are still getting that double-in of the primary projectile, which in theory is good for this thing, just because of how much damage that primary projectile does. Throws an extraordinarily fast dagger which slows down exponentially and dissipates into light. Once the dissipation has ended, splits into 6 blades that slice nearby targets, released along with a large laser beam. Stealth Strike releases a volley of 6 or 7 lights which explode into smaller laser beams along with the dagger. So I assume that is not what I assumed. I assumed that this was going to fire faster than that. I mean, I'm tempted to use that just because of the amount of projectiles it creates. Because each one of these lasers also creates one of these. Nice 50,000 consistent damage. I do think these weapons beat out the current one we have. We do need to test this, and we do have to remember that we can't spend all day playing around with the shiny new toys that we actually probably will be using. Okay. And that's fairly consistent damage as well, but I don't know what they're going to do on a move-in target. Once it hits, it's just staying there. Charge tries to ricochet to another target by laser and Legion explosion. If the disc cannot find a new target to ricochet to, it will pursue the original target instead. So it will work on a moving target. So its base damage isn't great, but because of how long it stays and hangs around, it is as effective as the other weapons that we have. In fact, I think it's slightly more effective. Okay, you can hurry up and finish now, thank you. Okay. This doesn't have the consistency of damage the other two do. It does appear to have a higher peak though, if everything crits. They're all solid choices. Which one do we want? I suppose the answer to that question comes down to projectile velocity. They're the same. As you know, it's this one that we're worried about. I get the feeling that this is going to miss a target like Yharon more, but it is creating more crits than this one does. Or is it? I wish it could... I can't tell how many numbers are actually there. More crits is more good for this build. I don't know. We keep both of them? I don't think they're going to outdeal or damage the more summer. Without having stealth strike abilities. So we should probably just test this. Yeah. You technically outdamage this, but the way that this works, we can potentially get more hits in without needing to aim. It's a really good weapon for not needing to aim. Where did it go? There did it go. We're not using the Klinger staff anymore, so let's just keep them both. There you go, problem solved. Keep both of them. They are final forms as well. So that can go away. That's final form. Okay, let's re-equip all of these. And we have a rematch with Yharon to get on with. Wait. Now the question is, we have 15. We can get up to 16 easily enough. I'm trying to work out whether or not I want to... yeah, that's the other thing with this. I want to give this a fair shake. In order for me to do that, I am going to have to swap out the Warden Hearts. So let's do this. Our first attempt is going to be with the Yharon Kindled Staff. So, let's take our standard assortment. Let's turn off these. I've already turned off the peace candles over there, which is something I should have done last time but forgot. Thorns isn't going to do any good. Inferno won't do any good. I do want to have this on this time. Photosynthesis potion, yes. I don't believe it has anything that affects gravity, so we want this, this, and this. I think Ichor does work. Mana regeneration. Summoning potion. Let's not have mana regeneration. Let's try and use mostly the kaleidoscope. And maybe one of these. Let's use that for ranged attacks. Okay. Nice clear day, or clear night. Let's bring the Cosmo Lamp. The summoning item for it. Okay, so if we go 1, 2, 3, that gives us 3 extra. With this, it gives us enough for the King of Constellations. Although, I think the weapons are potentially a higher damage option. This is 6,000, all of these together do over, yeah, so we want to be summoning 4 of these. So we may as well summon 2 of them now. Or 3 of them now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want to summon this from the top platform this time. And I want to have... Let's have one of you here, one of you here. So I want them higher up. Make it daytime. Use our buffs. Get the 5th one of those. Swap to this. Okay, round 3. Damn it. Shoot, this is a terrible place to be. We took so much goddamn damage there. Dead? Not quite. Ooh! It can still kill us. Tax collector. The tax collector is so far away. It has to miss all of these to kill it. Okay, the amount of damage we was doing in there was basically negligible with these guys. They're just not good enough. Okay, we're already back at max health. Well, we're going to get a very long one of these. We actually have enough to put those on, but no, we're going to go full length these. And then I lost cursor, fucking cursor. Over here. You drop that there. Don't want to be actually below this. Terrible place for it. Is it a small one or a big one? It's a big one! Ah! Lost track of it. There we go. Okay. Yep, sorry those dragons have got away. Gotta go away. They just don't do enough damage. They're just not enough. That was so much easier the second time around. Admittedly, that was after 3 goes of practice, but nevertheless. So yeah, we'll put that in there for safekeeping. Right, now we get to craft everything else that was in the list. Let's put the egg away first so we don't accidentally use it. And see whether or not we get any of the remainder of these. I think one of them we do actually need, or did we already get it? Because one of these is a crafting material. We already got it. Okay, that's fine. So we're looking for those. We got our second set of wings. Good. We got one of them. We got 2 of them. We didn't get any of the rest of them. We didn't get the melee or the ranged ones. Fair enough. We'll give them a go immediately. That's not one that dropped previously. Is it? Where is it? Or is it this little thing down here? I think it must be. So that's new. That can be sold, that can be sold, that can be sold, that can be sold. That can be sold, that can be sold, that can be sold, that can be sold. We want that, that can be sold. And we already got those as well. I don't think we got the mask. We did not. Actually, no, how does we spell it right? We did not. Okay, that can go in there. We want to give those a test. That gets merged with the boots. For the Rogue. Sell this line of stuff. Put that in there. That's there and that there. Now, is there anything else in here? The wand. I forgot about the wand. Let's craft the wand first. Oh, do we not have the basic version? We must have used it to craft other things. I think we can just craft one of these though. It's just, yeah. Wood, torches, and a star. Some wood from here. Craft that. Craft that. And then the blanks. Okay, and then the rest of this stuff can be used to make Auric Bars. See if that's enough. Calculation said that 2,400 is enough for 200 bars. Whether or not 200 bars is enough to craft everything, I don't know, because we are going to need this stuff for Miracle Matter and Shadow Spec bars. So we may need to make more of it in the future. We also need 50 of it for this, which I don't think we're accounting for, but that requires the Daedran Forge, all of this, and me to go and farm an ungodly amount of Lumite and Depth Cells, which I will not be doing on camera. Okay, let's get Rogue Armor sorted first. I think I've already taken off the actual armor and put it in one of these chests. Here it is. Let's also grab the boots. Oh, we need another flying carpet. That was silk. 10 of. Mandibles. 2 of. And prismatic pearls. Pearl shards, 5 of. If memory serves correctly, nailed it. Okay. May as well stay on the rogue set. We are going to need to give that a proper enchantment. Shall we just grab everything else? We have some accessories. Oh, somehow I managed to... How did I manage to get 3 of these damn things? Where the hell did the other 2 come from? Either way, I finally managed to get one of them. I don't know where the other 2 came from, but yeah, we managed to get one of them. Let's get rid of the summon. Emerald Scuttler. We must have picked up something else from somewhere then. I don't know what that nugget was. Oh, the nugget won't have appeared. We actually have our minions off at the minute, don't we? So we wouldn't have been able to see it. Oh, right. Okay. It's just a small version of that thing. Fair enough. Okay. Right. Let's just grab everything. We'll start with the shield, so that we can merge it into the super shield. Purity. And super shield. Do we have this menu open at the minute? Nope. Okay, that's all of that. Probably should have crafted Zenith first, but that's in the other chest. So we have this gun. We have the Auric Key. And the Oracle. Craft them in reverse order. It's fine. In theory, we have enough for everything. Touch wood. We are kind of guessing. We may not actually have enough Auric Bars. Now we can craft the Zenith. We can craft the Dragon Pow. Ace is high. We're gonna run out. I need to go get some more Auric ore. We are too short. God damn it. We are too short to be able to craft and test everything. So in order to expedite things, because we've got a lot of weapons to test, we'll test the mount now, but everything else we will test once I've come back from collecting the missing ore. It won't take me that long, but I'm not going to force you to watch me mine it all again. It's a fairly simple task to do. We'll read out what they do later. Okay. As it happens, I did test out the other drill. The one that we got earlier on, the actual one that looks like a drill, and that one will mine it. The problem with that is that one sits underground, so if you drive over the top of it, it causes problems. You still get flung about. Okay, so what does this look like? It's a go-kart. It's quick though. It is very, very quick. It just doesn't fly. so we'll keep the dragon. This doesn't have a further upgrade? No. Do I want to keep this on us? Nah. We move fast enough as it is. Okay, I will go get the ore. So I will be right back once I've collected a decent amount to not necessarily get through the rest of this, but give us a healthy amount of bars so that we have some spare for later. So, see you in a moment. Okay, we've collected another 140,000 or 1,400. Let me just double check because I think at this point we've crafted that, we've crafted that, we've crafted that, we've crafted these. Yes, we have no need to spare them, but I think I will keep one spare, assuming we don't use them all, which we haven't. Should give us a healthy amount going forward. And we only actually needed to craft the one thing, Tyranny's End. Okay. Gives us 118 spare to be dealing or do with what we please. So our two accessories that we crafted. The Purity gives us extra defense, extra life, grants a huge amount of life generation, grants extra defense and continuous healing while affected by a debuff. That healing slows down if the debuff duration, or slows down if debuffed for an extended period of time. Massively boosts natural life regeneration. So basically this thing here is focused on auto healing, so just regeneration. Grants defense, or granted defense fades away when not affected by any debuffs. Makes weak damage over time debuffs harmless and halves the duration of all but the strongest debuffs. You emit a shining blue light if visibility is enabled. Out of curiosity. Can't really see. And then the Rampart of Deities. Extra defense causes stars to fall and gives increased immunity time when damaged. Additional regeneration, reduces the cooldown of healing potions, absorbs 15% of damage done to the players on your team. This effect is only active above 25% life, grants immunity to knockback, puts a shell around the owner when below 50% life, that reduces damage taken. So those are the accessories. Time for the melee weapons. I think all of these are final form. I think the number of things that aren't final form are very, very slim at this point. Mostly we're waiting on Miracle Matter to combine together the remainders. I am already on my rogue build. Good. Okay. I don't know what I used to summon that. Oh, we still have one of those active. Fair enough, there we go. Okay, the Zenith. No title this is a base game weapon. It's cool, but the Muramasa is significantly better. It has a basically unlimited range though. How unlimited? Okay, not quite unlimited. Next, this one is a new weapon. Dragon Poe. Fires a dragon head that releases draconic sparks. Summons a barrage of petals and waterfalls and enemy hits. This is constructed with so many flails. Again, not particularly effective. One moment please, I need to be right back. Sorry about that. We are back. Okay, next up. The Oracle. Emits an aura of red lightning which charges up when hitting enemies, fires an auric orbs when supercharged, an exceptionally agile yo-yo. mean, this is doing more damage than the other melee weapons. Okay, the Arc of the Cosmos. Left click to perform a 5-swing combo that ends by throwing the blade. The thrown blade will follow your cursor. Releasing while the blade is out will cause an exploding snap. Right click to snip out scissor blades in front of you. Hitting an enemy with it will parry them, granting you brief invulnerabilities. You can parry projectiles to make them deal 160 less damage for a short period. Parrying anything will empower the next 10 swings of the sword. Pressing right click while holding up will empower. With empowered charges will provoke a big rip in space-time and use all charges. If more than 5 charges were used, you can dash across the rip by holding up. I can't remember whether or not we can parry this. Okay, that counts as a parry. How many charges do we have? I'm not seeing a number anywhere, other than it looks like it's potentially already charged up. Okay, the charges are on the actual item bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what was the secondary effect? Right click while holding up will empower. With empowered charges will provoke a big rip in space-time and use all charges. If more than 5 charges were used, you can dash across the rip by holding up. So hold up, snip, hold up. Okay, and that deals a decent amount of damage. That's an interesting weapon that will take some getting used to, but the problem with that is it's still less than the Morse armor. Even with all of that stuff, it's fun, but it's still less than the Morse armor. The Astrelix. Equanimity. No other will notice. Firing 3 separate projectiles. They're all doing about the same amount of damage. The problem is that same amount of damage is less than this. The Nadir. Fires Void Essence, which frays nearby enemies with tendrils. Ignores immunity to flames. There we go. That's a more significant amount of damage. Still not much of the Morse armor, but never mind. Okay, ranged weapons next. Do I need to get myself some stars? They're all magic weapons. Nope, they all have ammo. After revving up, rapidly fires bullets. When you stop firing, you will release a barrage of Auric bullets. Auric bullets aggressively home in on the enemies, ignoring 50 defense points. Constantly consumes ammo while in use. 90% chance to save ammo. I love weapons that have their own knockback. Yes, they're terrible to use because they're going to make you hit things, but it sure as hell sells the power of it. Does a decent amount of damage as well. Okay, the... good lord. Dratulinus. Something like. Fires an escalated stream of fireballs. Fireballs rain meteors, leaving dragon dust trails. And launch additional bolts at maximum speed. Taking damage while firing the stream will interrupt it and reduce your wing flight time. Right click to fire two 2 devastating barrages of 5 empowered fireballs. That's a lot of damage, but this is only a lot of damage so long as you can continue to not take damage. Although the right click is pretty effective as well. Okay, Ace is high. Fires a string of cards with varying effects based upon the card type. Hearts grant lifesteal, spades pierce and ignore immunity flames. Diamonds violently explode, clubs split into 3. Some of those bullets are passing through because of invulnerability frames. Lastly, Tyranny's End. Converts musket bullets into 70 caliber sniper rifle rounds that deal devastating damage, inflicts marked for death on enemies or enemy hit and bypasses defense. Critical hits summon a swarm of 6 additional bullets. Pierce the heart of even the most heavily armored foe. We need musket balls. And there's the crit. Yeah, mediocre. Okay, now the magic weapons. We have the Etherflux Cannon. Fires a focused photon helix that phases through everything. Theoretically, that would be a replacement to this thing here. Yep, that's a replacement for that thing. Good against, or good if you can get a straight line down the mouth of a multi-segmented worm boss. Helium Flash launches a volatile star core which erupts into a colossal fusion blast. The power of the galaxy, if only for mere moments. Just a big cannon. Conjures a swirling vortex of supercharged magnetic spheres around the cursor. So yeah, it's the upgraded version of that. And this is Yharon's crystal, so this is one of the ones from the boss itself. Fires a draconic beam of total, or beams of total annihilation. I mean, that's a compelling amount of damage, although it is using a lot of mana. They're not passing through, but I wonder whether or not the explosions themselves deal damage. And lastly... Oh, we fired the wrong. That was cast a barrage of fire from the sky. So this is the draconic beam. Oh, it's one of these. No, we need a lot of mana in order to be able to make proper use of that. Okay. And we have the ultimate wand. Do we even have the mana to fire this? We do, okay. Was that just 1 or 2? That was... Okay, we can only have 1 going at a time. Okay, well, some of these we're going to keep. That one's useless. That one's useless. That one's okay, but it's not as good. These two are contenders. That's a contender. Actually, no, this is the just big blast. That's fine. So we can put all of these away. None of these melee weapons really stood out. They are the final forms on all of them. This is fun, but we don't have any minions out of the minute. Let's actually get rid of this. Okay, so yeah, these two are good options. I've actually been using this as a means to light up my light up downstairs, but the lock-on on this happens basically whenever they get in range. So even if they're hanging in the air, if you have a boss chasing you, you can get so many of these to just track it. Now, while this is fun and a lot of damage, it's also a lot of visual effects. So I think we won't use this. I think we will upgrade this. And the rest of this stuff can be put away, although there is one thing, isn't there? Yes, this thing has an upgrade. Okay, we will call it there for today. I'll put all this stuff away and get ready for next episode. But the grass needs cutting. If I leave it any longer, the grass is loving life at the minute. It's bright green, but the problem is it's like 10 plus centimeters long. So if we don't mow it soon, we're not going to be able to mow it. So I need to get it done. But yeah, we're back in on Wednesday. Exo primals? Exo what? What are they called? The Exo mechs. Those are the next things on the list. So this will be the next thing that we're going to be fighting. So yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Cheerio.